Good morning, folks. We'll be starting in just 1 second. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Please keep in mind this is a short week. Clyde came back from the Middle East. He was trying to negotiate world peace over the weekend. Here, you could see it right here. Here, where is that guy? Yeah, he was trying to negotiate peace, but he was unsuccessful. And here he is flying back home. So Clyde is back home now. Couldn't get world peace going. My wife is back from Williamsburg. She had the best time with my daughter. They went visited William and Mary Law School. She said it was the most beautiful town she's ever seen. It was like a storybook. And I spent the weekend with Clyde analyzing the market action and eating takeout. That's how the balls bounce. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Bill, Devin, Rihanna, Stacy, Mind, George, Gregory, Stefan, Steve, Minnesota Matt, Jeff, Roddy, Illinois Grain Farmer, David, Arnolfo, Randy, Scott, Bernie the Bear, Wade, Richard, Brendan, Charlie, Jody, Dave, Ivano, Duff. We got Deanna, we got James, Robert, Ray, Jim, Adrian, Greg, Tom, Gino, Harvard, Captain Beef, Jill. Good morning, everybody. Australia. Ooh, Stan, Sandy. I'm going to ask my son if he experienced red skies in Australia. Jill, Stan, Sandy. Good morning. Good morning to you, Bob. Good morning, Bob, and welcome back. Bob is back. Finally back. Bob is back home after his shenanigans for the last couple of weeks. I feel bad for you, Bob. I really do. I hope the next few weeks. I hope you get some peace in your life, man. Really, Catherine. Shemens, Kevin, Walter, Sin, Keith, Karen, Richard, Brian. Good morning, Brian. James, Don. I can't believe April is almost here. I'm so excited. I'm going to be meeting a lot of you for the first time in about a month. Actually, less than a month now that I think about it. Dr. Luke, Eddie, Mike, David, Dante, Sassy Trainer. I hope you are. I want to get an email from you. Give me an update. Brian, Louie, Cheese Grade Trader, Forrest, Yuri's in the house, Steve, Stefan, Dave, Peter, Genevieve, Liza. Good morning, Liza, Krish. And if you're new here, just say hello. I promise you, we do not bite. Colette, Dave, Robert, Moondog, Tom, Bob, Eduardo, Terrence, Susan, Fred. Good morning, Vertuvian, Hopium, Krish, Archie. Hey, Archie, good morning to you. Good morning, Murray. Good morning. Henry. We got Duzzy, Ladorsky, we got John, we got Alan, we got Vernon, Paul, Tucker, California, Keith. Good morning. Eagle Beagle, always good to have my Eagle Beagle here. We got, let's see who else we got here. We got a lot of people here is what we got. We got a lot of people here. We got Hopium, Krish, Archie, Henry, David, Lloyd, Scotty, Bonnie, Mark, Chidori, Hopiumatic, Kevin. We got Dick, we got Kathleen, we got Frank, Steve, we got Texas Kirk, Russ, Don, Alpha Diaz. Good morning, Julio, Mitch. Oh, well, I had some sushi. I had some, what did I have? I had some sushi and I had some Italian food. Ralph, Krish. The food here is not that great, Mitch. Food in Ponte Vedra Beach is just not, it's okay. My wife said food in Vermont was, I mean, not Vermont, what am I saying? Virginia was amazing. Mitch, Krish, Ralph, Mike, George, Don, Keith, High Grounder, Louie, Bull Rider, Sandra, Mark, Mary, Ann, Wesley, Dragon Dawn. Good. Dragon Dawn is here. We got Tucker. We got Gene. We got CJ. We got Dino. We got Dino. We got Scampy. Goose is here. Oh, wow. 101 years old? Holy moly. Wow. Jeez, Goose, that's something, man. Congrats to your dad. Hey, I hope my dad lives to 101. That is an accomplishment, man. Yeah, yeah. She couldn't say enough good things about Williamsburg. She just said it was amazing. That's all she kept saying how great it was. Yeah, happy birthday to your dad. Javad, Leo, Kara, Ron, Bobby, Parker, Harry. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Folks, let's begin. It's time to begin. We had 22,800 people here 3 weeks ago. Now we have 52,400 subscribed to our channel. It takes about 90 days for people to start really waking up. It takes me about 90 days to become friends with people. So be patient. And if you're new here, please say hello. The first thing I'd like for you guys to do is please go to the quality tab on this little gearbox. Right now I'm sharing my screen. And please make sure you're watching not on auto. Even though I'm hardwired, make sure you're at 1080p, okay? Make sure you're watching at 1080p. Yeah, Bob, last time you were here, we had like 40,000. Now we have 52,400. Jesse, Parker, Leo, Karen, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Gregory. Good morning. And if you guys don't mind, give us a thumbs up one time and subscribe to our channel right here. You'll be notified the minute we are live. Okay, the minute we are live. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Uh, Come to New York, some green sushi. Remember, you did, and it was fantastic. You have good taste in food, Mitch. Very good taste in food. All right, a few things before we begin. Very important things. Let me just put this up here. Today in the VIP room at noon, I will be talking about Alpha Zone Pro. What is Alpha Zone Pro? How to generate the levels on Alpha Zone Pro? How we use the confirmation, the Master Blaster oscillator for Alpha Zone Pro, the different assets we could trade for Alpha Zone Pro. Don't miss out. It's going to be really, really cool. That's the link. I just posted it, and I'll post it again. And I can't believe 101 years old. That's amazing. Telegram. Here's Telegram channel where I'll be posting some goodies in a few minutes. Oh, my wife's TSA line, it was actually pretty long. It was about, in Jacksonville, usually there's no line at all. It was about 45 minutes, and it was about 35 minutes in Virginia. She went through Charlotte. Charlotte is a major airport. That one had a pretty big line. But she said it wasn't too bad. Kirk, good morning to you. Good morning, PF Flyer, excuse me. Good morning. Diamond Jen, good morning. It wasn't bad. She said it was okay. And here's Customer Service Live, where you can go today and celebrate, wish Gustavo, Mr. Goose, 101. Wow, that's really amazing. Please tell your father a big, big, big happy birthday from me and my family, Goose, okay? That's an accomplishment, man. Woo. I know that he wears Crocs around the house. I talked to Gustavo. He makes his dad wears Crocs around the house so he doesn't slip. You know, slip and fall for folks over 90, slip and fall is the number one cause of, all the bad stuff. So that's a very, very good idea. I actually tell everyone about it, how it's a very smart idea if you have older folks around you to have them wear Crocs because they're anti-slip, even though they look like Frankenstein shoes. Good job. Good job. It says a lot about you, Gustavo. You give them a good life. All right. All right. Shaman's good morning. Hopiumatic, good morning. I hope my dad lives that long. He's in his late 70s right now. All right, let's begin. We got to begin. All right. So the market is up. I would be very, very cautious about this, but it appears to me the market is starting to assimilate the war within its economy. I told you last week that the market is starting to assimilate. It's very, very important. The biggest key to today to be whether we assimilate or not, please pay attention. What I'm saying is actually really important, is whether this is a bounce or we actually move higher with crude oil. If crude oil moves higher and the stock market moves higher, the market is getting closer to assimilating it. The other factor we're going to be looking at is volatility, which I will talk about in just a few minutes. And folks, you may want to take a little paper and a pad Or you may want to keep this link handy. This is a replay. Hey, Angie, good morning to you. I was about to email you. What happened to you, Angie? What happened to you? I haven't seen you in a while. So glad you're here. I was actually thinking about you over the weekend. I was like, I haven't seen Angie in a while. I'm going to have to email her. So happy to see you, Angie. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let me know how you've been. The meeting, it'll open up the seat to some other lucky person. Karen, don't sell yourself short. Steve, good morning. All right, so the market is starting to assimilate a little bit. What about Fed data? Well, we got what's his name? We got head of the Fed speaking today at a luncheon, I believe. But the big report this week is going to be Friday, and the market is closed on Friday. So we're not really going to be there for the big report. We will have the ADP report and the JOLTS report and consumer confidence. But it's not a huge reporting week as far as the market goes. Again, we are, gotcha, Angie. Well, please stay in touch. You know, you've been with me for so long. Please stay in touch. Believe it or not, I actually remember your names and I remember your faces or your monikers. And I get really attached to you guys. You know, I'm human too. This is not just all business for me. I really do care about you guys and I want you guys to succeed and I want you guys to do really, really well. And I think a lot of you know that. I think that you can kind of see that. The JOLTS report is going to be really important. Consumer confidence is going to be really important. ADP is not that important, but it will be more important this week than usual for obvious reasons. I think you guys understand why. Powell, yes, Powell at 10:30. I'm trying to forget his name, Hopiamatic, because soon he'll be history. Crude oil. Crude oil is breaking out a little bit, but it's breaking out. It's breaking out, but the stock market is up. That's really, really important. Also, international markets are down and the US stock market is up. Again, as long as this is not going to fade at the open, this is a sign in the right direction. Thanks, Hopiamatic. So the fact that crude oil is up and the market is up, that's the first time that's happened since the war started. And you know, the truth is, I know it seems like it's only been a few days, but you know, somebody mentioned truthfully, we're entering our fourth week. It's time for the market to start assimilating some of this. And we are grossly overextended to the downside, and we desperately need a bounce, as I will show you in a few minutes. Sorry, Karen. Sorry about that. Let our people know, and I hope you could still come and watch via email via Zoom. Okay. All right. Crude oil. Also, it would be really nice to see crude oil come down and again into this area right here today. And I don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of encouraged by one fact. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Look at the overnight price action. It's actually pretty subdued. It's breaking out, but it doesn't look like it's in a hurry to break higher, and the volatility is very low. That's the first time we've seen that. Hey, Kevin, good to see you. Hey, Kevin, good to see you. Good to see you, Ronnie. Good to see you, Jack. Good to see you. Good morning, Michael, Nestor. So range is very, very small, but we are higher. So on one aspect, I don't like this, but I like the impact that this is having on the market, meaning we're not seeing that much of a move. What I'd really love to see today is this to come a little lower, okay, and hit the 8-day EMA right here, and I'm hoping that will happen. The less friskier crude oil gets in the next few days, and the more emboldened the market gets. Now, please listen to my language. There's meaning behind these silly words. Emboldened. I want to see the market emboldened, the stock market emboldened, and crude oil take a dip. Okay. Now, that's what I would really, really want. Okay. Hey, Mark. Good morning to you. Good morning. U.S. dollar. U.S. dollar is telling us this war is continuing. We have a nice. This is a nice. Well, if you want to call it nice pattern. It's a rounded bottom here, and it looks like we just keyed off of these levels right here. Here, let me just move that here. Move that there. Move that like that. Okay, there we go. Get more accurate. Right there. Yeah, that's more accurate. Okay, so we have this support area right here, but so far U.S. dollar is not cooperating. Stock market starting to cooperate just a hair, especially the Dow Jones. We need to make sure this is not a bounce. Crude oil is not going crazy, but it's above the high. US dollar is clearly not cooperating. The bond market is. The bond market is bouncing almost a full basis point, which I think is what's causing the stock market to move. But, folks, before we get too excited, how many times have we been at the 8-day EMA on the bond market in the last few weeks and bounced right from it? Here's one, here's two, and that may be another one right there. As a matter of fact, if you look at the 5 minute, we haven't really been doing very much. So we got to be. I'm cautious. I'm cautious here. I'd like to see this go higher and not down in the next few days. What we want to see today, we want to see the bond market continue going higher, or at least closing near the high. We want to see U.S. dollar start coming down to this red line, and we want to see crude oil fill this gray area instead of coming up higher here. Hopefully, I'm being clear with you guys. Actually, let me post this right now regarding crude oil, because that's important. Here. I've been doing a lot of posting for you guys lately. We want to see this. Okay. We want to see this, not this. Okay. Here, I'll post this for you right now in the main channel. Crude oil is higher, which is not good, but range is tight. I want to see it peak out and come back into the gray area lower today if possible. Okay. Again, I just posted this for you on the Telegram channel, and I made it so that the quality should be really good. This is actually from Zoom right now. This is not, I mean, from Telegram. This is not from my screen. So you're seeing this. This is a Zoom image, which is really clear. I mean, why I keep saying Zoom image? Well, it is taken from a Zoom. Yeah. All right. So that's that. Okay. Again, if you don't have the Telegram channel, here it is. And I'm posting stuff there all the time. Thanks, Cheryl. Appreciate that. Yes, crude oil volume is coming off too. Yes, volume is coming off too. Yes, that's important. That's important here. Let me post this. Yeah. And volume is coming off. Yes. Here, let me post that here too. Volume on crude has been lower as well, which is positive. Okay. Posted that as well. All right. So US dollar's not looking great. We don't want to break out this level right here. Hold on. Let me just post this for you. We don't want to break above this level here. I'll post this for you right now. This is a negative. This is a positive, okay? We want the USD to come down and break the red line below, not break the horizontal line above, okay? We'll see. We'll see, Eagle Beagle. Mondays have been run days and Tuesdays have been choppy days. We'll see. Hopefully today that changes. Bond market. Bond market, again, as I mentioned, hopefully this sticks. We want this to go higher. Here, I'll post this for you as well. I know how important this is to you. Hopefully posting this is making your life a little bit easier. We want bonds here. Okay, we want them right here. We want long bond to continue going higher and end up where X marks the spot. We do not want it to break down. That is inflationary. Okay. This will give you guys a little bit of something to work with during the trading hours. And I'm posting all this in the main Telegram channel. Gold. Looks like it's consolidating near the 100-day. I think we're going to stick around here and build a base. Okay. And silver, I believe, is probably doing exactly the same if I had to guess. Yeah, doing exactly the same. Bitcoin. I wanted to show you this. I've been saying we're in a consolidation, and we are in a consolidation, but we're actually in in a wedge kind of or ascending flag kind of a pattern, a wedgie kind of pattern. And you could see we're breaking down here. This is exactly what happened here. I'm going to post this for you guys, okay? I'm going to make this a little smaller so you can actually see it better, okay? Oh, my dogs are going crazy. I hope you guys can't hear it because right now all I'm hearing is it's driving bananas. Uh, Bitcoin is doing exactly what it did a few months ago. Exactly same pattern. Expect more downside. Okay. I don't see how Bitcoin can and cryptos can possibly go stop with energy prices being so elevated right now. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you can't hear it. Hey, Linda. Good to see you. Yeah, they're the mic. I have this door right here. It's a solid door. It's soundproof. So it's that door costed me a pretty penny 8 years ago, and it was the best investment that I made. I highly recommend if you guys have a home office and you have animals or small pets, or if you have children, invest a couple of $1,000s in a solid door. It will change your life. Sparred by your very smart microphone. Yeah, that microphone. Whew. Oh God, I'm so glad you guys are spared. It's like imagine four dogs, two big dogs and two little dogs going ow, wow, 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 all at one time in sync. It's crazy. China is at the bottom. China is not looking well, and I showed you weekly how it looks. You could see weekly how it's breaking down. Here, I'm going to post this for you because you should have this as well. I think the more info you guys have, the better you'll be equipped for the session. Okay. Weekly chart of China doesn't look very bullish to me. Okay. That's weekly. China daily, too gappy, too gappy. I have two labradoodles, and I have two labradoodles, and I have two little poodle mixes, Shih Tzu poodle and a Maltese poodle mix, the old ones. Sammy and Penny are the old ones, and Harry and Megan are the big ones. All right, let's talk about the broad market. Let's break everything down. Catalysts. Do we have catalysts? Also, if you guys are just coming in here right now, please make sure you're watching at 1080p right here, right here. Make sure you're at 1080p and give us a thumbs up right here if you guys are getting some benefit out of this, okay? All right. All right. Yeah, Harry and Megan. Harry and Megan are the labradoodles, the white and the chocolate. Chocolate is Megan, the white one is Harry, and I have two little ones. I have a lot of and then I have four dogs and four cats. Okay, let's talk about this. Mags, chips, crypto, absolutely. Basic materials, crude oil, Japan, Fed speakers. That's what I've got. Um, let's see. Fed, crude, Japan, mags, chips, crypto. Yeah, oil, Japan, chips, crypto, basic materials. Yep, together you guys got them all. If you take what Minnesota Matt, Charlie, and Walter have, you guys will have every one of them. That's exactly what the catalysts are. It's what I have. Jack, Linda, yeah, I have a zoo in the house. Barking dogs, crying babies, and emergency vehicles, sirens. Amazing how they can do it. Huh, interesting. All right, so let's talk about this. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Charlie, and thank you, Minnesota Matt. I appreciate you guys very much. And by the way, here's my VIP room. I know we have a lot more people coming in here right now. Here's the VIP room link. I'll be talking about Alpha Zone Pro today. If you guys want to start day trading, especially in this crazy market, which is really good, highly recommend it. Low margin, low overnight deposit. Here's the Telegram channel where I'm posting everything in real time, and I'm about to get into the stock portion. And here's customer service live. And maybe they could tell us, aside from celebrating Gustavo's birthday, maybe they could let us know what they're doing today, and I could broadcast it here. Or maybe they already did, and I just didn't see it. All right. We're up a little bit this morning. To be honest with you, and I'll be very honest with you. I'm a little surprised that we're up this much this morning in light of the rest of the market. That's a very pleasant surprise. Uh, are up 0.39 as pointing to a higher opening on Wall Street as Treasury yield retreated. But when I show you why I think they're up, you're going to get discouraged. So let's because it impacts the market. I'll show you, Thomas, in a few minutes because it's down over 1%. All right. Treasury yields fell across the curve Monday with the 10-year rate sliding 3 points down. Concerns that the Middle East conflict could spark a sharp economic slowdown. Traders led traders to scale back bets on higher interest rates. Okay. Money markets reduced the probability of a Federal Reserve rate hike this year to about 25%, down from roughly 35%. Okay. Crude oil rose 2% after Yemen's rebels joined the conflict, which would think the market would go down. And investors evaluated the likelihood of U.S. troops initiating ground operations in Iran. If that happens, Trump can kiss the midterms goodbye. Washington Post reported on Saturday that U.S. Department was bracing for potential weeks of ground. Oh, God. Every day that war goes on is costing us so much money. And they know that. Iran knows that. And Iran knows that America cares about money way more than anything else. Folks, America is a business. You guys need to understand that. America is a business. You think it's a country, it's a business. Wall Street Journal reported on Sunday that President Trump is waiting a ground operation to extract uranium from Iran. I mean, how about finishing this war first? Let's not jump ahead, okay? Investors are looking ahead to a slew of U.S. economic data, including the all-important monthly employment report, which is going to happen when the market is closed. Remarks from Federal Jerome Powell are happening today and this week. Powell is speaking today. Williams is speaking at 4 o'clock. Goolsby speaking at noon tomorrow. Musalem is speaking at 9:05. Logan. So they're spread out throughout the week. Okay. Who are you and why did you appear in my subscription? Never subscribed to you. Well, don't worry about that. If you don't know who I am, I'll just unsubscribe you. I'll put you in timeout and then you can figure it out on your own time. All right. Dual brains. Thank you. There you go. For 24 hours. There you go. There, you're out of here, dual brains. How did I get into your feed? Oh, God. People are funny. Beyond the Middle East conflict, investors are looking ahead to a slew of U.S. economic data. On Friday, Wall Street major equity averages closed sharply lower, with the NASDAQ 100 and Dow falling into correction territory, which I told you about beginning of the week. Max 7 dropped quite a bit. By the way, I want to tell you something interesting. On Friday, okay, as of Friday, the stock market did not cause us to go down. The mega caps did. So I'm going to repeat this again. On Friday, the war was not what caused us to go down. Mega caps did. And I showed that to you via the put to call ratio. I mean, the number of stocks going down, and I'll show that to you again. Okta tumbled 7%, Palo Alto. There was a lot of nastiness last week. University of Michigan consumer sentiment was revised lower. The expectations for the year ahead were higher, but for the 5 years, they actually went down. Okay. Fed Barkin said on Friday that the Middle East conflict risks adding to already elevated inflation pressure and clouds the economic outlook at a time when the labor market is fragile. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'll be watching carefully the impact of this latest shock on both inflation and he's right. Separately, Paulson said spike in commodity prices fueled by the Middle East conflict poses a greater risk, given the inflation has been elevated for years. Yeah, he's 100% right. There's a little bit more of a risk than the transmission of higher fuel prices, higher fertilizer prices into inflation. Expectation is faster and maybe a little more durable. He is right. U.S. futures have priced in a 96% chance that they're not going to do anything, a 100% chance they're not going to do anything. Investors will be watching the non-farm payroll report, which comes out on Friday. In anticipation of that, they will be anticipating prices based on the ADP report, which comes out on Wednesday. U.S. jobs report will be released on Friday. JOLTS report, job openings, ADP, initial jobless claims comes out on Thursday. And I'm going to make a little bet that it's going to be in the low 200,000s. What do you guys say? All right. Market participants will pay attention to Powell. He always has something to say. He's going to be in a Harvard University discussion later today. He will provide clues how the Middle East. He's going to say exactly what these guys have said, because you know why? Because that happens to be 1,000% correct. There's just no way to sugarcoat it. I mean, this war gives the Fed a nice, easy way out. Okay, there's war. We're not going to do anything. Period. We're going to wait. Okay. I mean, really gives them. This makes their life a lot easier. We wait to see how the war ends. I don't think so, Stacy. I don't think so. Several companies are reporting this week, including Nike, which will reflect on other retailers, Conagra Brands, and McCormick. Europe is up 0.10, not really making a major catalyst. Energy stocks climbed on Monday following rise of oil prices, but the U.S. stock market is holding on, which is really, really good. China erased earlier losses and closed higher, bucking a regional sell-off sparked by Middle East. Global economy starting to assimilate the war into its value. That's really good for the stock market. The benchmark initially fell by as much as 1%, but later recovered. That's really good. And again, bonds are going higher. This is the fact that we may not be having higher rates. That's really, really good, which is what's causing the stock market to come back. Now, Japan closed sharply lower as fears over the escalation of the Middle East conflict heightened concerns. Conglomerate auto electronic stocks led the decline. The sell-off came as oil prices climbed. Meanwhile, USA is holding on. Asian trading hours, so that's that. Catalysts, Alcoa, crypto, chip stocks, mags. Nice and clean. Very, very easy. Very, very, very easy. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. Let's talk a little bit about stocks, shall we? All right. I'm gonna start posting right now. I highly recommend you guys get on Telegram so you could see what I'm posting right now. Put the call ratio still favoring the put buyers. Put buyers have been very, very aggressive. This is very aggressive put buying. All right. Put buyers have been very aggressive, but controlled buying. When it gets over one, it's panic. It's on the threshold right now. So it can go either way, but it tells us that call buyers need to step in sooner than later. Understood what I just said? This is a lot of put buyers around here, a lot of put buyers, but it's controlled put buying. Here, it gets a little out of whack right here. But here, it's okay. So we're a little overextended. We need to come down here. We need to make our way down to here, not stay up here. Trump said we had another deal of 20 ships, mostly oil tankers, to travel to Hamat Strait today or tomorrow. Well, I'll see it as soon as I see it. I'll believe it. Eagle Beagle. But anyhow, that's we need to start coming here. We've been really seeing a lot of selling pressure. Okay. All right. Volatility is starting to come down a little bit, even though oil is up. That's a good sign. That's a really positive sign. That means the market is starting to assimilate this war. Look, volatility is down. Why can't I draw today? I cannot draw to save my life today. Not that I could ever draw well, but here. We need to see this. We need to see this right here drop here. Here. Is this helpful to you guys? Volatility is down today, even though crude is up and Japan is down a lot. That's a good sign, at least for the time being. I'll explain to you why I'm taking this with a big grain of salt. This up move in the market with a big grain of salt and this volatility down. I'll explain to you in a minute. There's something here I haven't shown you yet, and you have to pay attention to it. Um, Momentum levels. Overall, this is the S&P 500, number of stocks below the 50-day moving average. We've been here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the last 15 years. Let me post this for you. But I'll show you why I'm fearful that this is just a little baby bounce. This S&P 500 has been at these momentum levels only 6 times in the last 15 years, as you can see from the chart above. Okay? But I'll show you why I wouldn't get too excited just yet in a minute. NASDAQ has been here. NASDAQ 100 has been 1, 2, 3, 4 times below this level. Let me draw this for you. I'm hoping this will be helpful. But I don't get too excited just yet, and I'll explain to you why. Don't get too excited just yet. Now, if you could find better market analysis pre-open to what I'm showing you right now, well, good luck. Now, I'm sending this as a document. Okay. I'm sending this as a document. Let me know if quality of visuals is better. Okay. I'm sending it as a document. Ooh, it actually is better. Yeah, it is better. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. I'll send everything as a document. Well, I'm going to show you guys something. Hold on. Mark, Karen, hold on. With the dead cat bounce, I want to show you something. So here, NASDAQ 100 has been below these levels 4 times in the last 15 years. Just so you could see, as you could see right there. And you could see all that, okay? You could see all that. Okay. This is consumer discretionary stock. Let's go down here. We've been here 3 times at this level. Here, I'm going to post this for you. But I have to explain something to you. There's a caveat. Consumer stocks have been at this level, let's see, 1, 2, 3 times, but 3 times before in the last 15 years. Okay. This is industrial stocks. Industrial stocks have been at this level 1, 2, 3 times before. Let me post this for you. Industrial stocks have been at this level 3, 4 times in the last 15 years. Okay. All right. Clear as a bell, right, Karen? There you go. All right. So now I want to show you guys something, and I want you guys to pay close attention before we get to the charts, okay? So I want to show you why I'm nervous here. All right. I haven't done the old way yet. I haven't done the black charts, overnight charts. These are just levels. I want to show you guys something, and I want to show you why I think we're bouncing. So you see this number right here? Okay. Kramer's not going to show you this. That's right, Fredo's got it. Noticeably improved. Okay. All right. Well, we haven't done the lines yet. Wait till I do the levels, and then you'll tell me if they've improved or not. So I want to show you guys something, and I hope you pay attention because you're not going to see this anywhere else. I promise no one's going to show you this. Last week, before we bounced, we went to 740, and we bounced. Now, when we were at 740, we were here. Okay, we were here. On Friday, we were here on the S&P 500, but we couldn't get down to 740. We can only get down to 585. Now, 585 is really a lot. It's bad, but it's not 740. 740, 580, which means there's less stocks breaking down, but the market's lower. I explained to you that this whole thing right here, this was what the market should look like. This is mega caps, not the war. And I explained to you that we should be like this, not like this. This is all mega caps. You could see it right here. You could see it right here. This is Friday. Friday's fall is caused by mega caps because there's less stocks breaking down. So my theory is this. We are starting to see divergence. Less stocks are breaking down. And on Friday, we didn't see a breakdown because of the energy. We saw a breakdown because of mega caps. There was actually less stocks breaking down. You could see it right here, 585 versus, well, here, today, and look at a week ago. Look at a week back, last Friday, 740. It's right here. See, this is the 20th, and this is last Friday. This had weaker, there's less stocks breaking down here than here. How could that be? Because this was not caused, listen, this is the most important thing I'm going to tell you today. This was not caused by the war. This was caused by the mega caps. At the same time, momentum level is now 585. Okay, it's better than it was before, but it's still crappy. It's still above 500, which means we need a bounce. So what I'm fearful is, because they had bad news, Bob, because Meta fired God knows how many people last week. Look at a chart of Meta. Here, look at this, Bob. This is what caused Friday's sell-off in the stock market, okay? So let me tie it all together and put it in a bow tie for you, okay? The stock market bottomed out right here due to the war when momentum level was at 740. Then after 740, look at what happened. We started bouncing like we're bouncing right now. See 118, 217, 121, 324, 585. But when we got to 585, which is right here, versus 700 and something over here, this was not caused by the war on Friday. I was watching the market very carefully. It wasn't the war that was causing it to go down. As a result, momentum levels are not nearly as bad. This is what was causing the market to break down on Friday. What I'm telling you right now, I know with 100% certainty. I'm not speculating. Okay? So if Meta did not do this, if Meta did this instead of this, the stock market would be right here and not right here. And what I'm giving you right now is so much value, I can't even put a number on it. So what I'm theorizing is that the market is bouncing right now really hard, not because of the war, but because the momentum levels are overextended and it needs a bounce before it figures out what it does next. So I'm cautiously optimistic that as of Friday, the market has assimilated the war within its value, cautiously optimistic, but I won't know for sure till I have a couple of days till I see what's really causing the move. Do you guys understand what I just said? I just gave you like a three-dimensional, like a quad market analysis. So real quick, once again, because of how important this is and because nobody else is going to explain this to you, the market really bottomed out because of the war right here. This was caused by Meta, not because Friday, not because of the market. As you could see right here, what Meta did the last few days. Mega caps, okay? There's less stocks than there was a week ago breaking down, but the number is so bad on its own that we still need to bounce. My concern now is whether this is a bounce or the market has fully assimilated the war, and we will not know that for till the next day or two, but that's what I'm watching for. Now, I'm hoping that I was able to explain it in a way that you guys are able to understand what I'm saying right now. Okay? So I know this is not easy for beginners, but I'm hoping that you guys are able to understand what I'm saying right now. Okay. All right. Okay. I did not mention the word volt, Susan, in anything that I just said right now. Please focus on what I'm saying right now. I'm giving you a theory of why I believe momentum levels are higher than they were a week ago, and at the same time, why the market is bouncing. And I've put it all together and put it in a package for you. Okay. Okay. So I want you to understand that I'm going to be looking today and seeing, is the war causing the market to move? Are we bouncing, or is this that's what I'm going to be looking for today, and I'll have a much better idea. So I am optimistic because Friday and today the market is moving up irrespective of the war. My fear is that it's doing that because it's just bouncing like it did last Friday. Okay? So we're going to know more in the next day or two. How will we be able to determine if the market is assimilating the war? Great question. If volatility starts declining, if VIX starts moving down, if the stock market continues going up, even if crude oil keeps going up. Several ways. There'll be several ways. And I'll be talking about them to you every step of the way. But what I wanted to do was give you a full three-dimensional explanation to show you that, hey, I think the war has started pricing it in as of last Thursday, but I'm not 100% sure because we went down on Friday, but not because of the war. And now we're up, and both of those days, crude oil is higher. Now, we are up. Are we bouncing from the 585 momentum, or are we bouncing up because the market is not reacting to the war as it wasn't on Friday? That we don't know yet with 100% certainty. But what I'm giving you right now is a hell of a lot more than you're going to get anywhere else. All right. So let's make sure we don't break the bottom on the SPY. We're way overextended on the QQQ. In case you guys want to know where the next major levels are, I conveniently drew them for you over the weekend. This is the support levels we have right here: 626.82, 614.88, and 604. These are our major support levels that we have. I've been very busy this weekend because my wife wasn't home, so I had nothing to do but analyze price action. Okay. So these levels right here are very, very important. Okay. 627, or is it 626.80? So basically 627, 614, and 607. All right. Now I have to give you levels because I got to get out of here real soon and I'm going to be late. And if I'm late for work, somebody's going to get very upset at me. Have you ever seen Clyde upset? Gets very upset. All right. Let's get this going. All right. Get this. And then we're going to try posting the new ways today as documents and see how if that helps. Okay, these are my, you know what? Do I need to make any changes? Let's see here. That's about it. Minor changes. And we're going to see right now how clear these are. I'm going to open it myself. Okay. SPY levels. Okay, so I'm going to my Telegram and I'm going to open this right now on my computer. This thing is as clear as I don't think it can be any clearer than it is right now, folks. This is an image that I just posted for you that I opened on my Telegram. So this isn't my screen. This is the Telegram. That's clear, okay? Thanks, Sandy. How does that look to you guys? Let me know. I'm posting them as documents now, okay? So they should be completely perfect, okay? Okay, let's do the SPY levels. Let's do the SPY overnight levels here. They should be pristine right now, these levels. They should be as clear as my monitor right now. At least that's how I'm seeing them when I open it up, as clear as my monitor. No Very clear. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Very clear. That's what I wanted to hear. I can't get it any clearer on my computer at this point. So if you guys can't see this, then you need to go get another pair of glasses. Seriously. Oh, actually, those are not SPY levels. Those are bond levels. Sorry. Should be crystal clear now. All right. Beautiful. All right. All right. Look how bright. Look at how clear they are. So this is my screen, and this is the picture. No difference. There's no difference between the picture and my screen at this point. None. So if you can't see it, you got bigger problems than the computer monitors. Carla, you should be able to see this perfectly right now. Can zoom if open with three. Yeah, you could see them any way you want. They're really clear. They're as clear as my monitor. Okay. And my monitor is really clear because otherwise I wouldn't be using it. I can't, it's like you sitting in my room next to me looking at it through my monitor. Okay. At this point. So don't come crying to me telling me they're not good. They should be perfect now. All right. All right. Much better this way. All right. All right. Can't hear me now, right? All right. Picasso, pretty clear, beautiful. All right. That's what I wanted to hear. I cannot humanly do it clearer, and I'm opening them myself to see the difference, and I can't see the difference between my monitor and the images. Okay. QQQ levels should be crystal clear to see. All right. Again, look, this is my monitor. This is the image on my, this is the image that I just sent you. How can you not see that? Okay. All right. No more bitching and moaning. All right. Much better than before. All right. All right. See, I aim to please. I want to get late to work. No snacks for me if I'm late to work. All right. Carla, if you're here, dear, please let me know that you could see these clearly now. Downloads, exactly. A great improvement. Okay. All right. Awesome. You liked them before, but this is a great improvement. That's what I want to hear. So they are literally being, so the quality now is identical to the quality I have on my screen. So if it's not good enough for you, I don't know what to tell you. Buy me a new computer. Um, SMH levels. All right. And they're big too. They're like 24 inches, right? Like 22. This is a 24-inch monitor that I'm sharing. They don't like me, Bob. They just don't like me anymore. What can I tell you? Folks, if you're just coming in here, please give us a thumbs up and make sure you're watching at 1080p right here. All right, give us a thumbs up right here and subscribe to our channel. Bob, what can I tell you? They don't like me anymore. Ever since the war started. I didn't know you wanted them as down. Well, yeah, that way you could do whatever you want with them as downloads. You can see them, open them, play with them, analyze them. But the picture quality is identical to what I'm seeing on my monitor at this point. Okay, so if it's not sharp, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, those are the Russell levels. Hold on a second. Yeah, those are bond levels. Russell levels don't need any change. Look at that. Some H looks great. QQQ SPY. Folks, this is as good as it's going to get. If this doesn't make you happy, I don't know what else to do. Notice I'm not hearing from Carla. Carla, are you there? Cara says it's good. Bob says it's paid agitators. I see the levels on my phone without my cheaters. All right. All right. All right. Clear. All right. All right. Everybody says they're clear. Everybody was saying they're clear before, but I guess they weren't that clear. But now they're as clear as clear. They can't be any clearer at this point. And they are documents now, so you can open them up, play with them, do whatever you want. IWM levels. Folks, let me give you my top stocks, and then I got to get out of here. But I wanted you to understand my analysis with the momentum levels and how we could be bouncing right now because we're oversold, and we won't really know this for another day or two, but I'll keep you updated. Mark says, I speak for Carla. Yes, LOL. It's crystal on my pad. That super clear. Guess Roger gone wrong. Lots of new people that do not know what to do. Bob, we have twice as many people here, and usually takes them about 3 months to get into the scheme of things. I always aim to please. Always aim to please. All right, let me show you guys stocks that I'm looking at. Please keep in mind, I'm posting everything for you guys, and they should be really, really clear. All right, now, if the levels above are crystal clear, and they should be, give me a thumbs up. All right. They should be like crystal clear. I mean, they are crystal clear at this point. All right, now let me give you stocks that I'm looking at, and I'm out of here. DKNG, these are shorts first. Clearest ever been. There you go. That's what I wanted to see. DraftKings. See, don't just say, I actually do care, and I do try. SMR. Visa. Visa on my short list is not a good sign. TSCO. Tractor Supply. I imagine right now industrial stocks are on the Visi, Oscar, a lot of shorts. Pfizer, bear stock. Backs again on our list. It wasn't for a while. Now it's back on our list. Look at that. Touches to 15 and then backs right off. All right. People are happy about it. All right. CPRT. Yeah, if it's any clearer, it won't be 1080p. It'll be clear. All right. Everybody's happy. Good. CPRT. CSGP. This one has been on my list for a while now. This one. You guys might remember. CSGP. DoorDash. I mix this one up with DraftKings all the time because of the ticker symbol. Adobe. Not good. When Adobe and Microsoft are on your chopping block, that's not good. This is an interesting one. Alaska Airlines. This was actually holding up really well, but now it's not. Keep an eye on this. Airline stocks are obviously on fire. And Upwork. Can't tell if it's real or Memorex. Think the other car had the problem is not on today. Murphy's Law, right, Carla? Denny? I really want to get her opinion, but I don't think she's on today. Well, maybe she'll send me an email or something. But look, this quality has not deteriorated 1% from my so I can't it cannot get clearer, because if it's clearer, it would be clearer than the original. Now let me give you longs. FTI. Be careful with these longs, folks. A lot of them are a little overextended or just vulnerable. This one I really like a lot. SCDG, I really like that one a lot. BG, Vist, that's an energy company, very correlated to energy prices right now. Utility company. And I did tell you that utilities were going to be on fire the last 2 weeks, and they were. United National Food, UNFI, KR. I like Kroger if it breaks above 74. Richie, put an alert. If you're here, put an alert. Oh, I think Richie's out with his wife. 74 on Kroger. I like Kroger at 74. Tygo. And folks, on Mondays, I tend to do stuff more towards the end of the day, just FYI. That's a beautiful company. Richie gave me this one last week, actually. Now it's on my list, but he gave it to me last week. ECG looks good, needs a little breakout, but I like this trend right here. I like how it's trending up. This may be a good, if it has good options, this may be a good, I don't think it has good options. This would make a good diagonal, actually, if it had good options. I'll take a look. I'll make a little note and take a look later. Dow. That's a nice trend right there. Dar. Oh, there's Carla. I asked for a list of levels so I could put them on my chart, but you obsessed over clarity. I used ChatGPT to give me, I can see the levels. Carla, I give up. You said it was fuzzy and you couldn't see them. That's what I, under the impression, anyway, forget it, Carla. I'm not going to give them. I'm just going to post them like I've been doing them. And they're really clear. They're really unmuddled. I think you can take the time to transpose 5 levels. DAR, CF. You said you couldn't see them. Uh, Carla, the reason we were obsessed about your clarity is because you said they were fuzzy and you couldn't see them. Now, folks, am I losing my mind, or is that what Carla's been telling us this whole time? I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Carla, this is as good as it's going to get, my dear. I've tried to help you. I'm not going to read them out to you. Okay? Right here, CF, I like them. That's all I have for you guys for today. Now, again, my big concern is going to be the following today, getting to work on time. But aside from that, I want to look at volatility. I want to see volatility can start coming down. If the stock market can keep coming up and bouncing, even if crude oil goes up. You see, here's the problem. If crude oil starts going down, it's going to be very difficult for us to gauge the stock market because that's what the stock market's supposed to do. But if crude oil continues going higher, it's going to be really, really important for us to see what the market's doing. Also, I want to see how strong the market gets once the momentum levels are not this low. We're going to have a very, very good idea over the next couple of weeks. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We're going to have a very good idea over the next 24 to 48 hours of whether this is a bounce based on momentum levels or if this is a real move. I'm not going to need that much time. I need 24 to 48 hours max. I will let you know. Okay? All right. Thank you, folks. Here's the link to the VIP room. I'm actually going to get out of here on time. At noon, Alpha Zone Pro for all of you frisky day traders out there. Here's the Telegram channel where I post stuff constantly. And here is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Thank you so much, George, for posting everything. Folks, if you missed any part of this show, here is a replay link for you. We now have over 1,800 folks watching this video a day. And if you missed any part of the pre-market must watch, here is the link. Folks, my biggest worry is that you guys are going to think that this is a recovery versus a bounce, and we're not 100% sure yet, and you're going to start loading up, and I don't want you to do that. We don't have clarity. We've got plenty of time to go higher, but let's be sure we're going to go higher. We don't want to get stuck in a dead cat bounce, and we're in a very, very vulnerable position right now to do that, okay? So please don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. This is not the time. All right. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the room at noon today. Have a fantastic day. Hopefully this session was worth its weight in gold. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. Thank you, guys. And again, Gustavo, wish your father the happiest birthday